age, married with 3 children. And you've been in trouble with the law once before. A 30-day sentence for disorderly conduct? What did that consist of?
I got in a fight with another man, sir. He tried to cut me, but it wasn't much. Not enough to hurt.
And you were both convicted?
Yes, sir. But I couldn't pay the fine, so I had to serve. The other fellow paid his end.
Were you acquainted with Miss Mayella Violet-Ewell?
Why, yes, sir. I had to pass her place, going to and from the field every day.
Whose field?
I work for Mr. Link Davis.
You passed the Ewell place to get to work. Is there any other way to go?
No, sir. None that I know of.
Tom, did she ever speak to you?
Yes, sir. She spoke to me, and one day she told me to come inside and help her bust up a shiffer road.
When did she ask you to bust up this the shiffer road?
Mr. Finch, it was way last spring. When I was done, she said, "Reckon I'll have to give you a nickel, won't I?" And I said, "No, ma'am, there won't be any charge." That was way over a year ago.
Tom, did you ever go on that place again?
Why, yes, sir.
When?
I went lots of times.
Under what circumstances? Why did you go on that place lots of times, Tom?
Seems like every time I went by there, sir, she'd have something for me to do. Shopping, kindling, toting water for her.
Were you paid for any of your services?
No, sir. Not after she offered me a nickel the first time. But I was glad to do it. Mr. Ewell didn't seem to help her none, and neither did the children. And I know she didn't have no nickel to spare.
Where were the other children?
They were always around, sir, all over the place.
Tom, did Miss Mayella ever talk to you?
Yes, sir, she talked to me.
Tom, did you ever go on the Ewell property? Did you ever set foot on the Ewell property without an express invitation from one of them?
No, sir. I wouldn't do that, sir.
Tom, what happened to you on the evening of November 21st?
Well, Mr. Finch, I was going home as usual that evening when I passed the Ewell place. Miss Mayella were sitting on the porch like she said she were, except they were real quiet like, and I didn't quite know why. She told me to come inside the fence and help her a minute. Well, I went inside the fence and looked for some kindling to work on, except I didn't see none. She says, "Nah, I have some work for you to do inside of the house. The old door's off the hinges." I said, "Why, Miss Mayella, you have a screwdriver?" She said she had. Then she motioned me to come up the stairs. I went in the stairs and I looked at the door. The hinges was all right, sir. The door looked all right. Mr. Finch was so quiet, and it came to me that there wasn't a single child in the place. So I says, "Miss Mayella, where the children?"
Go on, Tom.
I says, "Miss Mayella, where the children?" She says, she was laughing so good. She says, "Took me a scrap here to save up, but they went to all get ice cream. They all gone to town."
Tom, what did you say then?
I said something like, "Why, Miss Mayella, that's a right smart idea of you." She said, "You think so?" I don't think she understood what I meant, sir. I meant it was really nice of her to treat him and real smart of her to say to do so.
I understand, Tom. Go on.
I said, "Well, Miss Mayella, I best be going. There's nothing I can do for you." She said, "Oh, yes, you can. Step on that chair yonder, fetch me the box on top of that shiffer road."
Not the same one you busted up?
No, sir. A different one. One as tall as the room. Well, I went to do what she asked me to do, and when I grabbed that box, sir, she scared me. She scared me so bad I hopped down off of that chair. That was the only thing, sir, only furniture disturbed in that room, I swear before God.
Tom, what happened after you turned the chair over? Tom, you've sworn to tell the whole truth. Now tell us what happened.
Answer the question.
She sort of jumped at me.
Jumped? Violently?
No, sir. She hugged me. She hugged me. She hugged me round the waist.
Tom, what did she do then?
She kissed me the side of the face. Said she'd never kissed a grown man before, might as well start with me. She says, "Kiss me back, nigger." I say, "Miss Mayella, let me out of here." Just then she turned her back to the door. Sir, I tried to leave, but I'd have to push her. I didn't want to have to harm her. I say, "Miss Mayella, let me out of here," and just then Mr. Ewell yonder hollered through the window.
What did he say?
He says something not fit for folks and children to hear.
Tom, you must tell the jury what he said.
I can't.
Judge.
Tom Robinson, you've been asked a question in a court of law. You must answer it.
He said, "You goddamn whore, I'll kill you."
Then what happened?
Mr. Finch, I was running so fast I didn't know what happened.
Tom, did you attack Mayella Ewell?
No, sir, I did not.
Did you harm her in any way?
No, sir, I didn't.
Did you resist her advances?
Yes, sir. I did so as best as I could without being ugly to her.
All right.
I didn't ever mean to harm her.
All right, let's get back to Mr. Ewell. Now, who was he talking to?
We were talking to and looking at Miss Mayella.
And then you ran.
I sure did.
Why did you run?
I was scared.
Why were you scared, Tom?
Mr. Finch, if you wore my skin, you'd be scared too.
I want the whole lot of you to know one thing right now. Tom Robinson's worked for me for 8 years now, and I ain't had a speck of trouble out of him. Not a speck.
Now that's enough, Link D's. If you have something to say, you say it under oath, not the proper time. You're to disregard the remark of Link D's.
You were given 30 days for disorderly conduct, Robinson?
Yes, sir.
What did the other guy look like when you were through with him?
He beat me, Mr. Gilmer.
Yes, but you were convicted, weren't you?
It was a misdemeanor, and it's in the records, Judge.
When's the answer, though?
Yes, sir. I got 30 days.
You're pretty good at busting up shift robes and kindling with just one hand, aren't you?
Why, yes, sir. I reckon so.
Strong enough to choke the breath out of a woman?
I never done that, sir.
But you're strong enough.
I reckon so.
Had your eye on her for a long time, hadn't you, boy?
No, sir. I never looked at her.
Then you were mighty polite to do all this shopping and hauling for her, weren't you, boy?
Sir, all along I was just trying to help.
Well, that was mighty generous of you. Why were you so anxious to do this woman's chores?
It looks like nobody ever helped her none.
With Mr. Ewell and 7 children on the place, boy.
Like I said before, Mr. Ewell didn't seem to help her none, and neither did the children.
So you did all this shopping and work for sheer goodness, boy?
All along I was just trying to help.
Well, you're a mighty good fellow, it seems. Did all this for not one penny?
I felt sorry for her. Miss Mayella seemed to try more than the rest of you.
You felt sorry for her? You felt sorry for her? He felt sorry for her. Now, you went by the house as usual last November 21st, and she asked you to come and bust up a shift roll?
No, sir, she did not.
Do you deny you went by the house?
No, sir, I don't.
She says she asked you to come and bust up a shift roll. Is that right?
No, sir, it ain't.
You say she's lying, boy?
No, sir, not at all. I say she's mistaken in her mind.
Tell me, boy, why did you run away?
I was scared.
Well, you had a clear conscience, boy. Why were you scared?
Like I said before, it weren't safe for any man to be in a fix like this.
Oh, but you weren't in a fix. You testified you resisted her advances. Were you scared she was going to hurt you? A big buck like you?
No, sir, not at all. I was scared. Scared I'd be in court like I am now.
Scared you have to face up to what you did?
No, sir, scared I'd have to face up to what I didn't do.
You being impudent to me, boy.
I didn't go to be.
No more questions.
Step down now.